I graduated high school like 2 years ago, 3 years ago. I don't even remember anymore. I don't really care. I graduated and I'm so happy I did. And something I noticed compared to other schools is that my school doesn't have a very good reputation. The reason is because there was a lot of fights in my school. The first week after they opened after the pandemic, the very first week, there were 7 fights. 7. And it wasn't even Wednesday yet. I still remember very well. I was in lunch area, there was a fight. I remember I was in class, there was a rumor there was a fight in the bathroom. I was in the lunch area again eating. There was another fight. I was in the bathroom. Then I found out there was a fight in the gym again. There was fights 24/7. Like every day, these people were like holding that fight in. I remember this girl. Well, these people were like walking to class. They were in the hallway walking to class, and this girl bumped into this other girl, and then they started fighting. These other girls started fighting her, and later her friends joined, and later the other girl's friends joined, and there was like a whole fight. That was during the first week of opening. I thought it was funny. I'm not gonna lie. I was enjoying that. I was eating that up. Every time I heard there was a fight, I'm like, "Ooh, tell me the gossip." And I remember as well. There was before the pandemic though. I remember there was this fight, and you know a fight is serious when you see a wig flying out. Cause I remember I was in my classroom minding my own business, and this girl walks into the classroom, bust the door open, like slap. The door was already open. She just wanted to smack the door, and she said, "So you've been talking to him?" And they started fighting. They pushed me out of the way, and I was still in my chair, by the way. So they pushed my chair away, and they started fighting in the middle of the classroom. My seat was close to it, and they were blocking my. If you seen like American chairs, you see there's some like one specific exit to get out of the chair. They were blocking my exit to get out of my chair. So what did I have to do? I was sliding my chair away from them. I was trying to slide away from them because they were getting awfully close to me, and I was gonna get kicked. And I didn't want to get involved in a fight. I couldn't get out, so I was sliding my chair as much as I could. And then they were getting so close, I literally jumped out of that chair. I raised my leg. I put my leg on the chair and I jumped out like there was a bomb. I jumped out of my chair and in time too because they fell on my chair. They hit my chair and they fell on the floor and they kept fighting. And I knew the fight was real and serious when I saw the wig fly out. I remember very well. I just saw the wig fly from the floor. And I was so scared. So I was always well behaved. Every time I had to go to the bathroom, I'd be making my hallway pass very obvious. I'd be waving it like a flag just so I wouldn't get in trouble. I'd be putting it on my head. I'd be having my arm up, raised against the sky, waving the hallway pass. But I wasn't gonna get in trouble. Not in that school. And I was very polite to everybody too because I did not want to get on a fight. This girl got punched because she bumped into a student. Since then, I've been 6 feet away from everybody. I would avoid people as much as I could. I wouldn't talk to people. I wouldn't bang into people. I would nothing to people because I did not want to get into a fight. And it's so funny to talk to people and they say, "Oh, what school do you go to?" And I say, "Oh, I went to this school." And they're like, "Oh, you did?" This silence. Nobody would talk to me. And I'm like, "Bro, I wasn't one of them. I promise I wasn't one of them." Dude, it's a crazy school. I had crazy memories. I had a crazy school. And it's so funny to sometimes lay down, relax, and think back about my school times. Very good times.